Vash from SaveInsects.com, who will talk a little bit about the importance of our work in terms of protecting pollinators, as well as eliminating synthetic pesticides and fertilizers. So, Nusha, I will allow you to share your screen. If you can request to share your screen, or I'll make you the host.
Thank you for this wonderful opportunity for me to share my passion about the insect conservation on Giving Tuesday. Today, I will be covering how I got interested in insects, why insects are so important, what is harming them, and how to help save them through my websites saveinsects.com and livinggreenways.com. Did you know without the insects on Earth, most of the crops and flowers would not be pollinated? This means life on Earth would not flourish. Hi, my name is Anusha Vash. I am currently a 7th grader from New York. I am an insect guardian who spends time learning and teaching others about insects. I started my journey at a young age of 7, captivated by a science project on insects, which then inspired me to research on how these tiny but resilient insects survive. I learned that insects are quite versatile. They come in all shapes and sizes. Some have bright shells, while others have soft bodies. Some have wings, while others have spots. As I was researching, I saw that insects are on a devastating 41% decline. Unfortunately, most people do not see the good in insects. Even though only 0.2% of the insects are actually considered to be bad, most people only focus on these small amounts of insects, and they don't see how over 99% of insects are actually playing an integral role in the environment as pollinators, natural cleaners, etc. Why are insects on such a rapid decline? While you may think that deforestation and habitat loss are serious factors, they are actually quite minor compared to one thing: pesticides. Pesticides, herbicides, and other insecticides kill over 1/8 of the insect population annually. Many people use pesticides and other herbicides to get rid of insects, good or bad. This is a horrible thing. As an example, just in the USA alone, over 1 billion pounds of pesticides are used each year. Not only do these toxicating chemicals kill all the insects, they also affect the entire ecosystem. When the insects are poisoned with the chemicals, the birds who later eat those insects will also get sick, and the other predators who eat those birds will also perish. This means that just because of putting pesticides on your gardens, you can end up causing chaos in the entire food chain. Also, when pesticides are spread, they often get into the water streams. Once in the water streams, many marine organisms can end up intaking the chemicals, and that could be quite lethal to them as well. But why are insects actually important in the first place? These little critters play many crucial roles in the environment. They pollinate and are essential to the growth of 80% of all the crops and 90% of all the flowering plants. If the plants were to disappear, lots of animals that depend on the plants would go extinct. We need to take action. Along with the plants, insects are at the bottom of the food chain and are needed for all the animals that feed on insects. To give an example, common cicadas need over 6,000 caterpillars just to raise one clutch of baby chickadees. If small birds were to disappear, there would be less food for falcons, sharks, reptiles, snakes, cats, coyotes, and a lot of other organisms, meaning the food chain will be severely disrupted. Insects are also natural recyclers, and they make the critter world very diverse. Insects come in so many colors, shapes, and sizes. They can be brown and dull, or shiny green and flamboyant. They clean away our organic garbage like leaves and dead animals. Have you ever seen a dead animal on your street? Have you ever noticed how it seems to disappear a few hours later? This is because so many insect scavengers are helping decompose these natural garbages. If there were no insects, the earth would be filled with animal carcasses and dead leaves, and the world would rot. Lastly, these crawlers are great at controlling the population of the small numbers of harmful insects. These are just a few of the many reasons why insects play a crucial role in our ecosystem. Now that you know more about this global Armageddon, I hope you will join me in my quest to help save them. One solution is listed on my second website, livinggreenways.com. Let me explain exactly what a living greenway is. Living greenways are basically little safe havens for all insects. It includes a flower garden to help support bees and butterflies, and a rock garden that is home to all the ants and beetles that burrow underground. They can be made in a wide range of areas, from urban jungles to massive farms. They can be any size, from the smallest window flowering pots to big gardens. These all can make perfect conditions for living greenways. First, when you're making a living greenway, start by planting a rainbow of native plants like milkweed and goldenrod to help the pollinators such as bees and the butterflies find the nectar they need to feed on. Next, scatter dried leaves and rocks in the garden. Dig holes in random spots so the insects can burrow deep in the soil. Finally, if you want, you can create a little shelter using rocks to provide a cover for insects with wings when it rains. Now, you have your own little native garden that could help benefit many different species of insects find a suitable place to call home. When you are maintaining your garden, try to avoid the use of lawnmowers or leaf blowers. If you avoid the lawnmowers, you can let your grass grow, and the more you will let it grow, the longer the roots can grow. When they reach down, which then they can use to reach down in the soil to get moisture on hot, dry days. Try not to use leaf blowers just so you do not injure any insects that are hiding underneath the leaves. Definitely no pesticides should be allowed in the garden. Try to avoid using any chemicals with the labels of glyphosate, acephate, DEET, Proxper, boric acid, diazine, durazane, DDT, 24D, etc. These are just a few of the many different types of pesticides that are used all over the world in agriculture, homes, etc. Also, try to avoid the use of fertilizers and mulch in your garden. Make sure to water your garden often enough so it's not too dry or too wet. Keep your garden as healthy as possible. Instead of using pesticides or other insect traps, if you do see a little critter in your home, instead of calling pest control or spraying excessive/harmful amounts of pesticides, try to find something more natural solution to your problems. As an example, if you notice if you have a lot of ants in your kitchen, try leaving little bits of food outside so the ants will be more attracted to that and they don't go for your food source instead. Or when you notice the small cobwebs in the corner of your walls, don't vacuum them. These spiders and other insect predators are keeping the pest control for you. This means that you will most likely have much less invasive species in your household and it won't be half as much work for you. And the most effective way to help stop this devastating insect decline is to inform others around you. If you spread the word, you could help change the mindsets of so many. And the more people who participate in these actions, the more we as a community can change this decline. This can help all our future generations grow up in a green and clean earth. Thank you, and feel free to contact me at my email, anusha@saveinsects.com, or you can follow me on my Instagram, LinkedIn, or Twitter. Thank you.